What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka All Fires. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and for those of you in the US who are celebrating early today or 4th of July tomorrow, please remember to be safe. I hope you guys are all spending it with those that you love and have a great time, but don't drink and drive. Remember to call an Uber or Lyft or just stay where you're at, and of course, if you've been drinking, maybe leave the fireworks to someone who hasn't. In the meantime, and over the weekend, we got a ton of updates about what's to come from Disney, specifically on Disney Plus this year and Marvel Studios. We have a video coming out later this week on some of the talk surrounding Echo. There's actually competing reports about whether or not that show has tracked well internally at Marvel, what the reshoots were all about. We also know some details. We'll get into that in a separate video. Today's is going to focus on Loki. Not only did we get major corroboration of my exclusive that Kang, Jonathan Majors, is still in the series and we'll see him in episode 1, but we actually got some comprehensive details about the plot for the first episode. We're going to do the normal spoiler warning. I'm going to break it down. We'll go through it in full. I'll annotate it where I can. We'll also talk about the implication then. As it appears now, we know Jonathan Majors still going to be in it for what he shot. Also, he's not the main villain. We're breaking it all down, Loki Season 2, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which is right around the corner, literally just 4 weeks away for the finale of Secret Invasion. Again, all you gotta do be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so these reports actually came from two totally different industry insiders. We're going to start with the editorial, The Cosmic Circus, who released a headline today exclusive, details on Loki Season 2 and Victor Timely, where they go on to report, quote, "The Cosmic Circus can exclusively confirm that part of the upcoming season of Loki will take place in the World's Columbian Exposition set in 1893 in Chicago, Illinois. At this exposition, Loki and Mobius will come face to face with Victor Timely. We've also learned that a quote-unquote sizable action sequence involving Loki, Mobius, Victor Timely, and Miss Minutes will occur here." They go on to explain, quote, that the World's Columbian Exposition was a real-life event held in 1983, and as they put it, it was a significant international fair held in Chicago, United States, to celebrate the 400th anniversary of Christopher Columbus' arrival in the Americas. The fair showcased the technology and progress and achievement of the United States and world back then. One of the attractions was the original Ferris wheel, which is an iconic backdrop throughout many of the scenes. They go on to say that we can confirm during the show's events that Victor Timely will be present at this event to showcase one of his inventions at the Victor Timely and his outstanding Emporium Marvels. What's significant about this location is that the site could serve as a potential spot for Easter eggs and name drops for older characters like a young Phineas Horton, who we know already exists in the MCU per an Easter egg in Captain America the First Avenger, or maybe even an older relative of, say, a particular genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Now, obviously, having known all this, it sort of looks like the post-credit scene we already saw during the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania as part of the Kang sequence is exactly where they'll be during this fair. So this isn't the biggest of spoilers, but what I will say is the lightest of spoiler warnings from what comes next in a totally separate update, and coming from the Twitter scoopster Can We Get Some Toast, that does contain possible spoilers for the first episode. So if you don't want to know, or rather you want to go into the unknown not knowing, now would be a great time to back out. Otherwise, let's jump into this latest scoop from Can We Get Some Toast. Quote, "Episode 1 has a big reveal that Loki was actually sent to the past. The entire first episode is Loki quote-unquote time slipping between the past and the present in the TVA time." Now, we saw a quick look at footage during the D23 presentation last year. They showed us what should be, I think, pretty equivalent to the first trailer when they drop it, and one of the scenes had Loki glitching back and forth through time. It's probably a great time now, a video this week, we'll break down that footage again with the latest we've learned, but we saw that quote-unquote time slipping, and that's what people sort of guessed it was, that he wasn't all synced up given whatever happened with him coming from He Who Remains outside of time back to the TVA, which is also out of time. He then went on to corroborate an earlier report from Daniel RPK that Kiwi Kwan's character would be named Ouroboros. I'm probably not saying that exactly correct, but it's the word that refers to the commonly known symbol of a snake or serpent eating its own tail, a circular symbol, and that according to Can We Get Some Toast, quote, basically built all of the TVA's technology. He makes a device to bring Loki back to the present and shows us how the TVA is able to exist out of time. He then indicates that, quote, the TVA uses energy from the time stream called Time Loom. I think they've referred to that once or twice in some previous plot leaks and rumors, and then also went on to say that the branches from He Who Remains Dying in season 1 are now overloading the system, which we sort of saw at the end of Loki season 1. And again, for some context, this is referring to maybe reveals during the first episode, not necessarily the series, whereas the earlier stuff from Cosmic Circus also feels like it's episode 1 stuff. So it may just be that maybe an internal pre-screener, something's gone down, because I will say it's a little awkward to have this much covered in 2 totally different scoops and from some totally different sources, and again coming on the exact same day, July 3rd. That being said, the biggest takeaway here is that from an independent source, I was told, even in the face of some other industry insiders saying that they had reshot Loki season 2 and that they were taking Kang out, that everything he had shot, the plan for Marvel Studios was to keep that in, that he wasn't the main villain or a major part of what was going on during Loki season 2, and that they had no plans to remove him from the scenes he was already in. This update today definitely seems to confirm that, and that source now has been right 3 times in a row without a miss, which is exciting for me because A, it means they have real intel, but also definitely makes me a lot more confident to report the stuff I'm hearing from them here at the channel. That being said, I have an absolute banger of a video coming tomorrow that I have worked on every day for hours. Really, I've worked on it every single day, all day long, because my brain hasn't been able to set it down, about what's going on in Secret Invasion. I actually started it. I teased it on my Instagram before episode 2. I'm going to wrap it up tomorrow before we get to episode 3. I found some crazy stuff in that second episode that really not a lot of people are talking about. Hopefully it's going to blow your mind, because it definitely blew mine. Speaking of which, tomorrow we will be doing a watch party. I know it's 4th of July. Everyone's going to be raging. You're either going to be probably way past lit by the time the episode goes live, or you're going to be passed out and not there, which means there might only be 5 of us to the watch party. If I'm still awake, regardless of the condition, I will be live for the watch party tomorrow. Even again, if it's 5 of us, we're going to be doing it. So come by, check it out with us. I can't actually wait for this next episode, especially in light of the video I got coming out tomorrow. Again, guys, be safe on 4th of July for the people watching in the United States. I am as well. I just know there's a lot of you in Canada and the UK and across the world. You're like, 4th of July, yeah. Well, we like to get drunk and set off fireworks. It's pretty much what 4th of July is about, having friends, family, partying. It's one of the best holidays, in my opinion, that's still left and not completely commercialized. That being said, guys, have a good time, but please be safe. If you're drinking, don't drive, don't handle the fireworks, all right? There's plenty of other people to do that, and it is what it is. Guys, let's get into the giveaway quickly. Still giving away PlayStation 5. We're just going to keep giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. I really should add it up. I think I'm between the PlayStation 4 Pros and the 5s. I think I'm like 30 deep in the last 4 years. It's something astronomical. Either way, all the same rules will apply. Super simple. Hit the subscribe button, then leave a comment down below, because it's truly random. More videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name All Fires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.